The development agenda today has shifted the focus of discussion from economic development to sustainable development. In this context, the term sustainable refers to social, economic, and environmental issues. So it's not just the environment, social and economic. The Climate Economy Report presents sustainable infrastructure as the only way to build cities with better air quality and connectivity, ecosystems that are robust and resilient, and energy systems that can curb, I wouldn't say curb, but at least stem the dangers of climate change that we see confronting us.
I just want to say I'm just coming from Singapore, where we have been opening our Sustainable Technology Center to really show examples of how you can decarbonize. Decarbonization and economic growth, as we see it, go very much hand in hand. And therefore, as all the eyes of the world, and that's no matter whether you attend the World Economic Forum or you travel the world, have been set on India. I certainly think as this emerging powerhouse of the world economy, it's a very big privilege for me here today to be in this business and commerce capital of India here in Mumbai. And Danfoss have always been really a happy part of the Maharashtra growth strategy and growth story. We have 3 larger manufacturing plants in the region, 2 R&D and innovation centers here in the state in Pune. So Danfoss, we believe seeing is believing. And there's so many opportunities in order to drive economical growth hand in hand with decarbonizing our economy. Actually, it's the foundation of competitiveness. And I think this is something that is already started well in India, and we need to partner across all sectors to continue that. So as a global engineering company, our quest as a company really is to partner with countries or with our big customers in the sectors we work in order to really drive a world that is going electrical, but also a world that needs a much higher efficiency in our infrastructure, that being typically buildings, industry as ourselves. And with our presence in more than 100 countries globally and 44,000 colleagues all over the world, that's really what we focus in on working on every day we get out of bed in the morning. I would say India is moving ahead with an incredible speed, with airports, building so many new airports, high-speed rails, metros, infrastructure projects, complex data centers, and supporting a booming industry. Every facet of this economy is transforming. And I think this is so exciting, and it of course calls for a lot of new technology and innovations that can help to do more with less. So being more efficient and moving towards electrical and future-oriented system. And that's what we are doing in Danfoss. We really partner with India. We partner with our large and important customers across these industry sectors that we are certainly a part of. Our solutions are growing into really decarbonizing together with supporting growth. And there is a lot of sustainability and technological gaps we need to address, whether it's people moving into the cities, food security, electrification, digitalization, and climate change. I think India and Denmark, we have a green strategic partnership. And I think the headline of making progress these days is partnership. At least for now, I think it's only Denmark and India who has a real strategic partnership. And we actually have that signed by your Prime Minister Modi together with our Prime Minister, Ms. Frederiksen. And I think that's very exciting. And I'm already being involved in all sorts of workshops, meetings with government officials, but also with customers, where we get inspired how to drive the transformation. I think the good news is the technology, to a large extent, is already there.
There are data centers which consume as much energy as entire cities. So in that respect, what is your vision, or what are the initiatives that you are planning? As far as, because as you rightly said, that digitalization or all this activity is being pushed by extreme digitalization which is happening. So what is the way forward? What is your vision, and how are you going about executing it?
Yeah, so what we do here in India is the same what we do globally. We partner up with the big players who build data centers. And we can show, again, seeing is believing. We have partnerships. We just announced one with Google last week, where we include AI and together with how you decarbonize data centers, really. And we partner up here to show actually how to do it. And that's our way, because it can be done. And actually there's a big willingness to do it, but there's a lot of technology you need to understand, and there's a lot of decisions you need to make, and you need to make the right investments. These are all companies that make huge investments all the time. So the investments are there, but they need to be doing it right, and therefore they need partners, also with others than Danfoss, by the way. But I think our approach and our contribution is to really partner up. We partner up here in India with key players. We partner up globally to try to show the way and bring the ideas of actually how to do it right. Seeing is believing.
Similar concerns have been made by other world leaders, amongst them Mr. Lula da Silva, President of Brazil, who, while taking over the presidency of BRICS nations a few months ago, he said, and I quote, "Climate change is not a joke. We have to urgently take care of our planet." Yes, indeed. We must act now and act fast, as time and tide wait for no one. Climate resilience infrastructure should be the top economic priority, not only to safeguard the citizens in cities, but to foster substantial growth and prosperity for generations to come.
The biggest problem is food wastage. Take as much as you can, eat as much as you can, do not ever waste.